Recorded on the 27th of August 1944. That was right in the heart, in the middle of the Doodlebug period, when the flying bombs were dropping all around the south part of England. And of course, because of this, it was recorded and kept till the following week before transmission, because we didn't want people to hear the bangs of flying bombs coming over on a transmission which was directed towards overseas troops.
Variety Bandbox, like many other audience programs during the war, came from the Queensberry All Services Club. Compere for the show was Britain's biggest radio star of the time, Tommy Handley, and the audience was not forewarned that Bing was on the bill.
Tommy did his act, and towards the end of it he suddenly said, "Now I've got a very pleasant surprise for you." And unfortunately, in the wings you couldn't hear exactly what was being said, and Bing slightly anticipated his cue and came in then, and I have never seen the Queensberry All Services Club held about 4,000 people. The entire audience rose up, and they shouted and shouted and shouted. Nobody announced him. I mean, there he was. They all recognized him at once.
If that was an exciting surprise for the audience, you can imagine the almost deliriously happy state a very young lady was in at the thought of singing a duet with Bing. It was an unforgettable lifetime moment for Anne Shelton.
He was charming, he really was, and he said, "I'd like you to sing with me." Well, I mean, you know, this is just ridiculous. I wasn't even 16. I was coming up for my 16th birthday. And my knees, they felt like, what would you say, dough, bendable dough. And I remember one of the reviews that the press put that I walked on with a face like pre-war white flour. And then he said, "You sing Easter Parade with me." We didn't rehearse at all. And we had a little gag. He said, "I'll do a little gag with you." And this was the gag. He said, "Anne, what sort of guy do you like?" And I said, "Oh, I like Charles Boyer." So I said, "When he looks into your eyes and he flutters those long eyelashes." And he said, "What do you want, love or air conditioning?" So it got a big laugh. And then he said, "He's a fair guy. He's coming along. But I bet you I can kiss you without touching you. I bet you 2 bob." So I said, "That you can kiss me without touching me." I said, "All right, try." So he kissed me, you see. I said, "But you touch me." He said, "And there's your 2 bob. And I still have that 2 shillings in a little plastic case.
And how about you and I taking a whack at a duet? You think we could handle it? I'll try it. I may want to louse you up, but think we... All right?
For years I've been dreaming of this.
Oh, get out. Go ahead, Jack. Lay it on. What's the key, Jack? In your Easter bonnet, with all those thrills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade.
I'll be all in clover, and when they look me over,
Talk to me.
you'll be the proudest fella in the Easter parade.
On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, la-da-da-dee-da-da-da, we'll snap us, and you'll find that you're in the rotogravure. I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet.
Sentiment.
Got it. And of the world I'm taking to the Easter parade.
After that Variety Bandbox was safely recorded, Bing and some of the cast set off in search of supper.
It was blackout, and it was awful foggy. And we were just trying to follow the curb. We fell in the gutter a couple times. Of course, we'd had a few belts. Finally, we got to a restaurant in the Soho, and quite a crowd gathered around outside. And they kept calling for a song. I finally went to the window, and I said, "You better disperse because it's illegal for any gathering over 2 or 3 people because of the bombing." And they said, "Well, you got to sing something." I said, "Well, if I sing, will you disperse?" And they said, "Yeah." So I sang Pennies from Heaven or something.
Bing sort of opened the window, put his feet over the windowsill, sat on the windowsill. The police allowed 2 girls to shine torches on him, and there with those spotlights he sang, I think, 8 or 9 songs to the people who were watching outside, who were very disappointed at not being able to get into the Queensbury Club.